Welcome back to yet another episode of Francis Doing Uncensored. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at the current cooldown in the BRC20 markets. But the question is, how long will that last? Don't worry, we got those answers for you in today's live stream. We're also going to be talking about some bullish Unisat news that just came out just before I was preparing this live stream. So be prepared for that. And last but certainly not least, we're going to be talking about the Alex BRC20 DEX that is set to launch sometime next week. All that coming up now on Francis Doing Uncensored.
Francis Doing Uncensored.
That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We do have tomorrow's newspapers today. You guys should already know that by now. We got some really bullish news. I'm very excited to bring this to your attention. Number one, we're going to be starting off with Alex. We're going to be looking at the BRC20 markets. I want to let you guys know Sats Hunter's BRC20 token SHNT will be listed there as well, ladies and gentlemen. There's so much happening right now in this space. I don't even know how me and my team, we keep up, but we try our best, guys. Can't wait to show you guys what's going on. Once again, we do have Dev is here once again. Dev, say what's up to the viewers. I think you're on mute, Dev. I think we got you on mute.
Yes, sorry about that. Welcome everybody. Another day, another BRC20 breakdown, and let's kick off.
Another day, another BRC $20 to make, right? That's how it goes.
That's how we roll.
That's how we do it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification button, because you guys are going to miss out on some valuable content that's probably going to change your life. That's what we do over here, okay? So let me just get right to it. I'm going to share my screen, Dev. I'm going to take you off for a second. Say what's up to everyone in the live chat. And yeah, we'll be taking some questions as well. Okay, guys? So let's get right to it, guys. So here we go. We've seen some retracements occurring right now in the BRC20 markets. You know, Ordi was at, I believe, in the 20s. Today, I wake up, it's in the $11.56 range, give or take. VMPX, still around where it was yesterday, give or take, in the 22-cent range. We also have Pepe doing its thing. It seems to be like, you know, price discovery after people are taking initial profits. The guys who got early into the BRC20 markets are definitely doing that, and the people that are coming in late, you know, we've seen the second wave is what we're calling it. They're still having interest, right? We're looking at Domo right now. For people who don't know what Domo is essentially going to be this coin that you know, is devoted or was in favor for the creator of BRC20 tokens. It's not even really run by him, but it seems as though that the community is taking that over. And we're seeing gains over 126% today at least, okay, within the last 24 hours. We had Bank. This was one of the coins that was actually in the top, I think top 5 at one point. They kind of like, you know, retraced a bit. That's what we're going to see, guys. Look, if you guys are cryptocurrency investors, you guys should be no stranger to volatility, okay? As a matter of fact, this is what I always tell people. Volatility, as a matter of fact, is actually pretty good. Why? This sounds crazy, right? I'll tell you exactly why volatility is good. Volatility is good because if you're only having like stock market like graphs where we're not having any ups, we're not having any downs, traders aren't going to make any money whatsoever, okay? So I prefer volatility over nothing. Imagine if it was just going sidelined. That's the stock market. We don't, like, if you're going to go sidelined and not have nothing go up or down, how are you going to make trades within those spreads to profit? So for me, I don't mind the volatility, right? But we can't forget our good old friends at Memes on Bitcoin. We have them trading at $114 rather. You know, 24 hours, it has gone up by 12.5%. Now let's go take a look at what the normies are doing. And what do I refer to the normies as? If you're watching CoinGecko, bro, all day long, dude, you are a normie. You know why? Because it's like over here, you know, obviously we've seen some resets. If you've gone to the mint phase, you're still over 100x, you know, with Pepe. And I believe over here we're over like, I don't know, do the math, maybe like, I don't know, 35x. Right? But when you come over here, they're taking a much bigger hit, I think. I didn't even know Bitcoin was at 26K. It's crazy. I just be looking at BRC20.io every single morning. And, you know, as I was preparing for this live stream, I was like, oh shit, okay, Bitcoin is in the 26K range. And that probably has something to do, a little bit to do with what we saw over here as well. You know, I think in the earlier phases of this market, BRC20 market, you know, normally, obviously, if Bitcoin is going to go down, the majority part of the market follows suit. If Bitcoin sneezes, the rest of the altcoins catches the flu. So far, I don't think that is the case in the earlier days, at least with the BRC20s. It was almost like a stable coin that could only go one way, and that was up. Okay? It wouldn't go past its peg, meaning it wouldn't go below that point where you got it in. It'll just go up or retrace back and go up. But right now we're kind of seeing, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's because of the Bitcoin market, people taking profits, maybe a little bit of both. Okay. But let me tell you who's a direct beneficiary of this. Of course, it's gonna be Alex Labs. Come on now, with all that bullish news coming out, which we're about to get to, Alex Labs is immensely profiting off of this, up 8%. I will refresh the screen just to see what the actual in real time is, the price. But, you know, if you guys were following our channel, we showed you guys Alex Labs like, I don't know, 2 months ago, Dev, was it, on that live stream that we did?
It was about 3 months ago, almost.
Yeah. We showed you guys close to 3 months ago, Alex Labs. And, you know, right now, if you've been holding them bags, you are definitely benefiting from that. Where we at? 40.9. We're about to hit 15 cents for Alex Labs. Once again, you know, it's a beautiful thing when everything really aligns together and comes together nicely. We saw Bitcoin DeFi a few months back. Then we saw the DEX, right? And then we saw the BRC-20 tokens. We added 1 + 1 + 1 gave me 3. You know what I mean? It was just common sense from there on what the buildup would be. And sure enough, we're talking about Alex Labs listing BRC-20 tokens. Now, before I get into the gist of that, I would most certainly like to see who's in our live chat. Okay, we got a few people here. We got San says, what's up, man? Thank you, San, for joining. We will be taking live questions as well, so get them ready. As long as it concerns Alex Labs, BRC-20 tokens, SHNT being listed there, whatever it is, in accordance to the topic. CryptoList says, yo, what's up, CryptoList? I did add you as the moderator yesterday. Thank you so much. Sand says, let's go. Thank you, Sand. Richard Rich is also here as well. Yo, Fabio, thank you for joining, Fabio. You always seem to join. And we got a lot more, okay? So, Dev, we could probably take a question. I don't know if you have any right now, beforehand.
Yeah, I got already a few coming inside. One is from Fabio. Can we find out what BRC-20 has utility? Any site available that can help to identify those?
That's a very good question. I wish somebody would actually make that resource, eh? No, you're right. That's a very interesting question. I don't know of any right now that's giving you the breakdown on that. Kind of like how ICO drops, I think, .com. They'll give you a breakdown on what the project is and upcoming projects and such like that. Things like that. I don't think they have that out there. You know, most of the current BRC-20 tokens, I would say about 85% of them, they don't really have any meaningful utility, right? But I want to make this very clear as well. When you look at the first use case for Bitcoin, it was actually gambling back in like 2011 or whatever it was, 2013 maybe. It was called Satoshi Dice, where they were like pretty much gambling their Satoshis with this dice game. Now, when we take a look at what meme coins are, well, meme coins are essentially gambling, you know? So the first, arguably for me, the first coin, BRC-20 token to go on Bitcoin was meme coin, in my opinion. Why? Because I believe Ordi came from the actual creator itself. So in my eyes, it doesn't count as the true first. It was the true first test. The first true was a meme coin. So my point is, it's kind of like all roads leads back to where the first use case began, you know? So I don't really mind the meme coins, especially created this market. I think we're all talking about BRC-20s right now because of meme coins, right? I think Pepe on ERC-20 blew up. And by the way, as I mentioned before, time and time again, Pepe BRC-20 was actually created before that, but it was easier to access, you know, Ethereum based on liquidity pools tokens, right? So yeah, I think we're all here sitting down. You guys are joining my live stream is because of the hype with meme coins, which had a direct impact on BRC-20s indirectly because there were meme coins, like memes on Bitcoin and Pepe, right? And then BRC started to have its own love without the meme coins, which most of you guys are here because probably you heard of BRC-20s finally, right? The amount of gains that they're making. So I think to be honest, guys, BRC-20 tokens are actually outperforming meme coins. If you really look at it, if you look at the 800X, if you look at Ordi's fucking 10,000X, whatever the heck that is, craziness. And then we look at, you know, memes on Bitcoin, it went all the way up to 800, things like 260, 70X. You know what I mean? You could make a good case for BRC-20 tokens by themselves. But yeah, I hope I answered your question there somewhere along the lines. I think I give you a really long answer, but no. So the answer to that is no. I don't know of any. And I know I started to rattle off on other things. What else we got, Dev, before I go and move on?
Yeah, so there is a nice question about Tilted TV. Do you think Alex will buy other BRC-20 off the marketplace for order books? That way that can list Ord, meme, Pepe. You know, we have these issues about liquidity and order books. So
Yeah.
that's the question.
That's definitely going to be something, right? Because like, and we're going to get to that shortly, their website and how things look today. But I feel as though if users, right, the way this is different, right? BRC20 is different. How is it different? It's different because there's no team tokens. There's no like like set aside tokens for market making and all these things. It's a real fair launch where whoever minted it got it. So the same way the community members went through, we had to go through for SHNT and other projects with BRC20s. So it's very hard to do that. Now you're asking if Alex is going to buy it. I don't know, but what I would say is I would love to see the people like yourself and myself and the rest of the viewers watching in the live chat, or maybe you're watching the replay, let us know in the comment section what you think. But I feel as though if we're going to be trading off inconvenience for comfort, which is this like, Unisat's website got a little bit better. It's not as buggy. I don't like the marketplace setup that they have. So then that's what I refer to as, or I'm referring to as inconvenience, which is the marketplace structure for tokens for a order book structure where tokens should be traded. I think it's just going to be a lot more convenient and user friendly for traders, right? So what I'm trying to say is I believe I would like to imagine at least that people like yourself and myself who are in the BRC20 world would like to provide that the liquidity there for those order books, and that's how it should be because again, there's no team tokens. So how do we do this? I think the community should come together and let's create our own order books, right? Like how we're creating our own market right now. That's how it should be. Now, would Alex do it? I can't put words in their mouth. I don't know, but I think it will be a smart thing to do. If I was Alex, I would like to do that. I just don't know what's going on behind the scenes with them. What else we got, Dev, before we move on?
Absolutely. Well, this state question is from Max Kastiak. You have made me 22K so far. So congratulations to follow the right channel.
Hey, bro, look, 22K is nice. But how do you turn that 22K into 2.2 million? That's what we're talking about over here, right? So the first step, listen, this is what I tell people, hey, Dev, it's true. The first step is easy. To make money is easy, bro. It's easy to make money in this space. If you're spending time, if you're researching, and if you are obsessed with it, like for me, I have to be entirely obsessed with what my objective is, my next objective. I don't give a shit. I tell my wife, hey, don't bother me. I tell my kids, daddy's working. I go for a little walk. I go for a drive in nature, and I'm thinking on the next move, right? The next move is how are you going to turn that into 2.2 million? How are you going to make more money out of that same money? Okay? Because when people make money, chances are they lose it all. Whether they go spend it wildly or they just get into, exit scams or just shit coins, right? So how are you? My question to you is, sir, that's great that, you saw my channel and you're able to bank 22K. But brother, this channel's not only about making money, it's how we're going to make that money into more money, making it into babies. Okay? So it's an ongoing journey over here. And that's something that everybody should learn here, how to manage your funds, how to understand what money is. And those are the skills that you need in life, really, right? So
yeah, because it's also that as much fun inside, you actually also over leverage not only in trade, also in risk. So you just get greedy, and it's very easy to get greedy. And then you just you want to jump inside to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, and sometimes you just risk too much your capital. How many times we see that people they gain a lot of money and then they lose it in overnight. So you need to be very careful because how fast they come, they go.
That's it. Like I remember with me when we were making that money back 2 summers ago with Ethereum and DeFi, when I was getting into particular investments, let's just say I started off with like 5K. Well, let's just say I started off with 20K, right? It might throw some people off. Let's just say I was starting off with $1,000, right? That's all I had. That was my capital I was willing to invest into these, early stage investments, which are high risk as well. BRC20 has its own risk, but it's not as risky in my opinion, right? Because you're not really giving money, and there's no liquidity pool like that. But anyhow, but when I was doing that and I was making money and my 1,000 turned into like 5, 10, 20, whatever, all the way up, I was still putting in a bare minimum amount. So basically, let's just say like this, my expenses wasn't matching my income. So if I was making more money off of these pre-sales or investments, I would still put the same number ticket I was putting in even before I made that more, I improved on my capital, right? So that's a discipline people are going to have to learn. What is the risk to reward ratio? What is my bankroll management skills like? That's the next skill I want to see you develop, because any idiot, and I'm not calling you an idiot, but any idiot could stumble across my videos, maybe somebody else's videos, and they make money and they think they're the shit, which good for you. You were on the right channel. You were listening to the right person. But could you improve on top of that without losing your money? Because I've seen many people tell me before, years ago, I changed their life, and then all of a sudden they're broke again. Right, Dev? I mean, right?
Yeah. Right.
People said, "Oh, you changed your life," and then fucking a year later they're broke again. They're all sour. So it's like, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Okay, let's just move on here, and then we'll get back to the chat, Dev. You can take down more questions in the meantime. Okay, so let's carry on, guys. So this is the most exciting news I've had in a while. Only because I would love to see BRC20s traded in the format of the way tokens should be traded, right? So here is the announcement right here. As you can see, it's in the form of a pinned message. Do you guys see anything familiar? I'm not going to try to be, I'm not going to hint you guys, but here we go. So let me read this out. So Alex building the fastest BRC-20 DEX, introducing the first 4 projects to be listed on B20 by Alex. Okay, the world's first DEX for BRC-20 tokens. They got the ticker there, and here we go, SHNT. So we have Pisa, we have Maxi, we have Long, and then SHNT. All of these tokens will be listed, I believe, sometime next week. Now, the logistics and how all of that will take place, we don't know just yet. In terms of the date, the firm date, I don't know. But I don't know. Sometime next week, it looks like. So we're very pleased to announce that for Sats Hunters, SHNT holders, which is our native token, we will be listed on, I believe, it's a DEX I had my eyes on well before the BRC20 hype. And to know that everything is just aligning nicely, where we have our project where Alex is like this BRC20 DEX, or soon to be, and the hype with BRCs, it's like, man, it's like you called your punch and you threw it and then you watched it land right on the target. That's how we feel here on this channel. So yeah, very, very exciting news, guys. Now look, like, who knows what we could expect with this exchange, with this DEX? Is it going to be a smooth ride? I don't know. It is new. Let's talk about the pros. Let's talk about the cons, right? So at the end of the day, this DEX is going to be new. They might have some little mishaps. Who knows, right? This is normal with technology. So I just hope they were able to sort that out. And one point I really want to bring up just before we get to how the DEX may look like is, Dev, one thing that I gotta really give Alex respect for is, it's not like if they just jumped on this bandwagon and they said, oh my god, BRC20s, oh my god, that's hyped right now, let's go and make a DEX for it. No, Alex was making this well in advance. They were making an order book DEX well before the notion or the capability, the possibility rather, of BRC20 fungible tokens on Bitcoin. So you gotta give respect where respect is due.
No, and also the execution, it seems that they know what they're doing, So it is good that there is about, a new ecosystem and a new DEX. So there's going to be that risk. But eventually, I think if they play it, they're doing. So I am pretty you never know in this world, in this ecosystem.
It's okay, Dev. It's just a bit of cut out there. It's cutting in and out on the audio, but it's okay. It's all good. No, we heard what you said. You're agreeing and piggybacking off of my take there. You agree what Alex is doing is going to be needed. Let me carry on over here now. So the next announcement from Alex. Okay, so guys, this is very important because what me and Devis is going to discuss, we're going to actually discuss the cash out mechanisms involved, right, with Alex. Because remember, Alex is part of Stacks blockchain, which is on top layer 2 blockchain on Bitcoin. So how are you actually going to cash out here if you're using Alex, right? So let's kind of dive into that, Dev. So this is their second announcement, which I think is absolutely massive. When did that come out? That was today's news or yesterday? Today's news, okay? So they said here, this is their announcement, guys, pay attention. So the Alex bridge connecting Binance, Smart Chain, and Stacks is set to launch on Sunday, 11 p.m. Okay, you could come over here and check it out. This bridge significantly expands access to Bitcoin DeFi opportunities, including B20 by Alex, the world's first DEX for BRC20. Prepare for this pivotal event. Now, why is this massive, guys? I believe when you're using the ecosystem of Stacks, okay, and people are using them, and you have the BRC20 tokens over there. Well, guess what? What's the pairing is going to be, right? Well, now if we have this bridge, we could potentially, have access liquidity from Binance Smart Chain, right? And even some form of liquidity through Stacks. But again, they don't need a bridge for that. They're already on Stacks. But Binance Smart Chain is going to be massive, and they also have a Bitcoin bridge that they were already building before the hype of BRC20 tokens. Dev, I don't know if you want to touch up a bit on that before I go to my next slide.
No, for sure. It's very important that people that are able to come in and come out from every ecosystem. So it is wonderful to see that they are actually providing this bridge before actually launching the DEX on next week. Probably it's going to be around middle next week or somewhere there. So yeah, it's good news.
Absolutely. So let's carry on over here. So if you visit their website, which is app.alexlab.co, there's a bunch of tabs. As I was telling you guys, they have a launch pad. They got swaps, swap decks, the pools. We're going to check that out. But this is the tab for the bridge. So it's, you know, obviously it's not in motion right now, but this is what they're working on. And this should be giving us access to Bitcoin liquidity. Okay, remember, Bitcoin is not native on Stacks, right? Okay, Stacks is on top of Bitcoin. So Stacks has their own coin, Stacks, and Alex has their own coin, Alex, so on and so forth. So bridges will be important when we start to trade on Alex, you know, and other means, right? I think people would like to get their Bitcoin. People would like to get, you know, maybe something that's liquid like USDT, right? I believe we could get that as well. So let us carry on now.
Yeah, and I just want to point it out. Somebody's saying, so in Stacks, the wrapping BTC is going to be SBTC? No, it's going to be xBTC.
Yeah, so SBTC, which I don't blame you because I think I was fooled by that before. SBTC, I believe it's some sort of function to have written contracts, but that's not the terminology. It's essentially, you could revere it as Bitcoin's version of smart contracts. So that's what I got out of it with my research I did a couple months ago, if my memory serves me right. It's something about writing code with Bitcoin to allow, you know, automation. So I believe that's a smart contract, right? So they're trying to automate transactions on Bitcoin, like how Ethereum could do that with smart contracts, Solana, and those other chains, okay? Their stablecoin is xBTC, right? So let me actually just show you this right here. So right here, support BNB Smart Chain USDT to the Bitcoin crypto ecosystem now, okay? So they're essentially telling us we could probably get access to USDT and also Bitcoin through this mechanism that they're building right now. I showed you the guys that already. Once again, they do have a liquidity pool structure already made and set up. Here's where I essentially was able to purchase some Alex tokens. And for those who are asking how to do that, at the time when I was making this purchase, only Binance had it. Okay, you'll have to go to Binance to get it. You'll need like a Hiro wallet or something like that, or Xverse wallet. You go to Binance, you buy Stacks, that is rather, not Alex, Stacks. You send your Stacks over to your Hiro wallet, then you sync it in over here on Alex, and then you'll essentially go like this to get your Alex, and you could trade Stacks for Alex. That's one way on how you do it. I believe Alex is also on Gate.io as a centralized exchange. For those who don't mind using centralized exchanges, you could do that too. But, ladies and gentlemen...
MXC exchange. MXC exchange.
Oh, MXC has Alex as well.
Yeah.
Do they? Okay, cool. Interesting. I didn't know that. Well, at least I didn't know that off the top of my head. Yeah. So, what was I going to say here? I was going to tell you guys... Yeah, let's carry on to the next one here, which will be right here. Okay, so this is the liquidity pool, as I said. This is the actual order book DEX. All right, so right here in bold, currently upgrading BRC20 trading coming soon, and I'm not too sure if you guys get a good visual of it, but we do see some order books in the background over there, Bitcoin signed, so on and so forth. Okay, so this is what we could expect. I personally would like to see an order book style, and if they could implement some sort of liquidity pool, that would be great too. Knowing that how we always have access to liquidity, we could go in, we could go out. I think that will come just a matter of time. But first things first, let's get acclimated. Let's get ourselves a stable infrastructure that could support this in a way that we're all, all used to, which is order books or liquidity pool. In this instance, it looks like it's going to be liquidity pool. But yeah, essentially, you guys go check it out. Go on to app.testnet.alexlab.co and check it out for yourself, man. Davis, what questions do we have now?
Yes, I see a few people today was asking about Alex BRC20, if ever is going to be. And yeah, I see already 3 people asked about Alex BRC20.
So guys, we made this known. We told you guys Alex is not a BRC20. Okay, so let me just answer a couple of questions just in case, because that could be interpreted in 2 different ways. Alex does not have a BRC20 token right now. No. Alex only has their own token, which is supported by Stacks. I don't know what that stands for, if it's, like ERC, BRC, was it SRC? I don't know. I don't think so. But it's on Stacks. Whatever that format is, that acronym, they got their own token on Stacks. Would they make a BRC20 token? I don't see them doing that. No. So don't worry to look out for that. I know there is a BRC20 token called Alex, but that is not Alex's BRC20 token. Do not buy that. I don't know nothing about that project. I don't know if they're trying to pretend to be Alex, but they do not own a BRC20 token. They do not have one, and I don't think they're going to have one. I hope that answers your question.
Absolutely. Here is another question from Pravan. Hey, Francis, if one has 1K to invest, how will you invest it between stacks and Alex Lab? Question marks.
Very good question. It depends. If you have 1K to invest is one side of it, but what's your cash flow like in the real world? So that will kind of like alter my opinion. But let's just say you had 1,000 and that was it. I would, for me personally, bro, I'm going to have to put majority of that into Alex because it's a lower market cap. It has way more room to grow. I think they're about to get a lot of attention if they could pull this through, which they look like they're going to do it, but who knows? We'll see. But let's say they do pull it together and make this happen smoothly. We're going to see Alex Moon much more than Stacks. And Stacks is already a top 50 crypto, I believe, right? Alex is in the 200 and something. So whatever percentages you want to put, I personally would probably put something like, honestly, $200 is not even worth it to put into Stacks. I'll put the whole fucking thing into Alex. That's me. That's just me. You know, if I were to split it a little bit, I'll probably do like 70-30, 70 Alex, 30 Stacks. Yeah, that seems pretty sensible as well. 70-30.
Yeah, that's another question from Horlar Crypto. Why would Alex Lab make a DEX for BRC20 without having a BRC20 themselves?
Because that's a good question. I don't blame you for saying that, but because they don't need to have a BRC20 when they already have an Alex token. And that infrastructure is on their blockchain, right? Well, Stacks' blockchain, which they are on, doesn't make sense to make a BRC20. They don't need to. They don't have to. I don't see that happening. They already have Alex. Alex is going to be used for all those things. Unless they would have to do it in a way to get access or they want to make new utility, maybe. I just don't see them making that. I could be wrong, but I highly doubt it. Doesn't make any sense.
No, it's true. And come back from the guy that was asking for the 1K investment. I want also to point out that Alex Lab IDO was like 0.15 cents, I believe. So we're still even below that.
Yeah.
That entry price.
That's a very good,
that's,
very good point there. I don't know if I could bring it up. Okay, so take a look at this, guys. Yeah, I have to take you off for a sec, Dev. Okay, so CoinGecko has a new section that actually tells you the prices from pre-sales for certain coins. At least for Alex, I believe we have it here. Unless this is not accurate information, I don't know. But according to CoinGecko, so Alex Lab price has increased to, oh, that's today, sorry. There was one, where the hell is it? There was one that was showing the pre-sale, right? It used to be somewhere here. Sorry, guys. What is the market cap? What is the all-time low? What is the fully diluted? What is the all-time high? Yeah. Where can you buy it? Alex Lab price has increased today. Interesting. Remember that section that CoinGecko had?
To be honest, I don't. I do remember that on the Alex Lab section.
Right here. Sorry, token economics. It should be here.
There you go.
I think it is. Yeah, right here, right? So this is how much they got in percentages. I believe there was prices as well that the pre-sale guys got it for. I don't see it.
Yeah, go up. Go up
oh,
there,
right here,
right
here. I think it's right here.
Yeah,
that's right here. Okay, guys, so according to CoinGecko, what are the funding rounds for Alex Lab? They're talking about the pre-sale rounds that took place in November of 2021. So 5.8 million was raised in the seed round on the 15th of November, funded by White Star Capital with an average price of 13 cents. So we're just above that now. But when we brought this to your attention, I believe it was around like, I don't know, like 8 cents or something like that. Okay? But still, whoever's joining now, and I'm not telling you to come join Alex or buy Alex, all I'm saying is you could be safe in the knowledge, knowing that how you're not too far away from pre-sellers, so you don't have to worry about them dumping, on you to take profits. As a matter of fact, some people got in at better prices than the pre-sale investors. Now, I wanna. It's also worth noting or mentioning that they do mention that this is the seed round. Now, were there other rounds like a private A, a private B? Well, don't worry. If we know that the seed round, if this information is accurate from CoinGecko, is only 13 cents, well, we all know from investing from the past that those rounds get more expensive. So it's not like if the price is going to get cheaper in round A, B, or C, round B or C, because seed round is the first round, right? So the prices could only go up from there. So maybe the following second round investment after seed was maybe, 14 cents or 15 cents or something like that. Maybe a little bit more than that. So people getting in now could also be safe in that regard, if that makes sense. Okay, let us
Absolutely.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you want to take another one? You have another
Go
question.
ahead. Go ahead. That's
Pretty
fine.
interesting. The Nicole Yap is asking, why do you think Ordi is not being listed as a first token on Alex? There is and only also,
Yeah.
for example, or
Very
paper.
good question. I love the viewers today. Thank you so much for the question. So I think what normal exchanges or exchanges period are going to have to overcome is their psychology. Because normally when exchanges are talking to projects, right, it's like, okay, well, could you add liquidity, or could you fill up the order books, like what somebody asked here. And what they don't understand is this is not where there's set aside team tokens, right? Normally, there's allocation for team tokens and advisor tokens and all those things where you could put aside to be listed on exchanges. But with the world of BRC-20 tokens, the beautiful thing is there's no such thing. I had to go through the same process as you guys, and we give you guys a head start. So the likes of, maybe Alex, maybe, Binance, I don't know, whoever else wants to, Huoby, which we're going to get to shortly, they're going to need to realize you guys need to list this. Okay, you're going to get a shit ton of trading volume, which is going to give you fees. All right. So to answer your question with Ordi, I believe, the reason why it's not there is because, they are accustomed to getting liquidity from the projects, from the team. And Ordi has no team, right? Memes has no team. Even Sats Hunters don't really have no team because they're thinking of team tokens. There's no such thing here. So that's going to be something that they're going to have to overcome. And I think they would. They're just going to have to accept the fact that liquidity would provide itself. People will come here to trade. If you got an awesome platform that's seamless, UI friendly, and it could trade the way people want to trade it, you're going to attract that order books organically. So, and that's the only way they could do it. So with Ordi, yeah, they better, whatever exchange wants to list what, just keep in mind, this is different to team tokens. This is not that. And it has to organically list itself. Are they ready for that change? Well, if they're not ready, somebody else would be. You know what I mean? So they better, Alex should probably just allow people to list Ordi by themselves, because that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. Also because, the BRC20, as you just explained, and all application and exchanges, they are used to BRC20 on all the other chains which are deployed by the team token and all those things. So all the application and listing has to be changed for the BRC20. And also the audit, for example. There is no audit, BRC20 token is deployed.
The audits.
Yeah, but they have
smart contract
the
auditing.
Smart contract, so it's a lot different.
We do have a super chat, Dev. I could read it. So, Me Queen, do you expect a buy the rumor, sell the news dump with Alex after lists their first BRC20? It's a good question. Look, thank you for the super chat, the $4.99 super chat. Me Queen, are you from Jamaica? My youth, Me Queen. Anyways, I think that's Jamaican slang there. Broken English, patois. Anyhow, what I would say is, we've noticed that. Obviously, I'm sure you guys have as well. You're asking with the centralized exchanges. I think Gate.io, when they start to list BRC20 tokens, they didn't necessarily pop. Did that pop happen when everything went to like 800? Like me went to 800 and Pepe went to 250. Was that on Gate.io already? I don't think so, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So that's a very good question. Normally we would see a pop, right? But with here we go again. With exchanges, centralized exchanges, what they want is this. When we were vetting projects 2 years ago and making their token economics for them, giving them sound advice, how to set up liquidity pools, we told them never ever go on exchanges. Why? Because those centralized exchanges will want to take your tokens, right? Because you got to pay them to list, right? Although they're going to get a shit ton of trading fees, and then they dump. So it will go up and then it'll start to dump, and people can, like regular retail investors, they get a chance to sell, but the exchange did. Now, I don't think that happened here. I don't believe memes on Bitcoin gave them liquidity, right? I think that just got, built on its own. But I think with a DEX, it might have a different result only because people are looking forward to this. Alex has a community, right? Look at their Twitter. It's very engaged. They get a lot of likes. And they're ready to rock the show. So I think there's a lot of things to look forward to in that regard. It's not just going to a SEX, it's going to a DEX in the format of order books. And I think that's going to be, that's what traders want to see right now. That's my humble opinion. Would it pump? Would it dump? I don't know. Let me take a look into my crystal ball, though. Hold on. Let me see. I mean, my crystal cube. Hold on. it's going to, I don't know. I don't want to, then people come back to that clip and say, you were wrong. I just don't know. This is first of its kind, and we don't know what to expect. But I think this should be positive. This should be a positive outcome. This is what the market wants. Okay, what else do we got here? We do have $10 super chat from the Urban Uralite. Yes, Israelite. Sorry, Israelite. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate you. Now let's carry on with the rest of the program here. Okay, so you guys saw that already. Okay, let's read this page. So again, they are going with the order book style, guys. The ultimate trading engine on Bitcoin. Alex Order Book is the first order book based decentralized crypto exchange secured on Bitcoin via stacks. That is accurate. Apparently, they're doing some sort of whitelisting as well. So Alex Order Book whitelist opens now. Testnet launch August 8th. Look at that, guys. Look at that. They're not talking about August 8th of freaking 2023. They were working on this a long time ago. Unless I don't want to put words in their mouth, but this is not August 8th, 2023, right? Because they should be going live next week. This is definitely, you know, from the August of 2022 that they were doing all these things. What's that, Dev? You're going to say something?
No. Just go ahead.
That's fine. Once again, so Alex Order Book, guys, come on over here, get familiar, because I think this is going to be one of the go-tos if they could run things smoothly right out the gates. Okay, guys, please, anybody out there, if you have any experience, any involvement, past involvement with software, with new tech, with trying to get to market, it's competitive here in crypto. You like, don't be disappointed if we get some bugs, if we get some hiccups, like we saw with Unisat, right? Kind of slow. Well, with Alex, it might be similar things. Right, so just don't kick the can, you know, too hard just yet. I'm actually expecting that, right? Because I've seen this happen so many times. Maybe it wouldn't happen. We get lucky, but don't be disappointed if it does happen, because the odds are it will happen, right? Okay, hopefully nothing too drastic. Maybe it wouldn't. I don't know, but this is what happens when we, you know, have new software being developed. Okay, so they go on. Just read us some of the different things. Okay, so let's talk about something very interesting. So how would this all play out? And this is just my opinion. And Dev, let me bring you onto the frame here, because you could give some perspective as well. Now, how would this all pan out? I think, because again, we cannot send BRC-20 tokens in the way they are to an exchange that doesn't directly communicate with that, right? Yes, it's on top of Bitcoin. Yes, BRC-20s comes from Bitcoin, but at the end of the day, it's still a different code. Right? I believe they use something called, don't quote me on it. Is it Clarity? No. That's not. They have a different code, right? Stacks, and that's what Alex is on. So what is the mechanism involved? What is the vehicle they're going to use to facilitate BRC-20 trades, right? Well, essentially what I'm guessing is they'll need to have some form of wrapped form of representations of that value. So let's just say we're sending them SHNT tokens, right? Because SHNT is one of the ones that's going to be listed. So SHNT gets sends there in the form of BRC-20. Probably people are going to get an address, Dev. You could comment after. And those BRC-20s will go to that address. Now, let's just say you send 10,000 SHNT. Those SHNT now has to be transformed in some sort of wrapped L2 Alex stacks tokens that could operate on that DEX. So now, I'm guessing this, I don't know. We're trading some form of wrapped BRC-20 tokens on Alex, which I'm all for. Why? Because now we're trading off the, you know, they're providing us convenience with that user UI and, you know, that DEX. So anyhow, we'll be trading the wrapped BRC-20 tokens on their platform. Whatever trades happen from there, we'll need to use bridges, like I just showed you guys, with bridging to Binance Smart Chain USDT and even the Bitcoin bridge. I'm sure they'll have other liquidity out there as well, which I'm going to show you guys right here. Dev, I'll just take you off for 1 second. Okay, when we go to their liquidity pool side of things now, which is over here, and we look at their liquidity, they're not that bad in liquidity when it comes to right here. So that is the 50-50 pool of Alex and stacks, right? They do have 6.4 million in there. You could dive in, you could dive out. This is the wrap Bitcoin, xBTC 50-50. There's about 4.69 million in there as well. Stacks to BTC. The question remains though, what is SHNT going to be paired with? What is the pizza delivery project going to be paired with? The pizza. You know, what are these projects going to be paired with? Is it going to be Alex? Is it going to be stacks? All I know, what my common sense tells me, they have to put the BRC-20 tokens in the format of some wrapped L2 tokens or wrap the BRC-20 tokens. They would have to. I just don't know how they're going to do that. right? To have it work on their chain. Davis, what do you think?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Also because the DEX need to be liquid and need to be fast. So if we would stay on the BRC-20 side using Bitcoin chain, everybody know and experience on Unisat how slow it can be. Just to inscribe a transfer, you need to wait the 3 block, etc., etc. So my guess is gonna be a deposit and then a mint of this layer 2 back at 1 by 1 by the token that you deposit, and then it's going to become liquid on the exchange, and then you can trade it. And then when you actually want to exit with the same token that you actually want to buy it, for example, then they're going to give you back the minted back 1 by 1 on the BRC-20 side. So that's my guess.
Absolutely.
We're going to see it.
Absolutely. It definitely has to be something along those lines. I was just looking at their Launchpad page. Very interesting stuff there. What could take place. Okay, so let's carry on now with some other news, guys. We did share with you the various liquidity that they have in the pools over here. Get familiar with it, guys. Obviously, on the other side, we wouldn't be using here, I don't think. We'll be using the order books, okay? So get familiar with that. All right, so let's carry on. So we got some other news happening. Dev, you can take some more questions down in the meantime as well. So, guys, I'm very happy to be the bearer of great news for you, okay? So for a lot of the people that are complaining about how to get points, they just don't want to waste Bitcoin, and I'm all with you on that one. I don't like to waste Bitcoin either, especially when I got to try to get into some freaking mints where I'm doing a mass mint of 100, spending like $600 at a time on freaking on these inscriptions. Then the thing freaking never comes to me and I lose my $600 of Bitcoin. I hear you. I don't like to waste Bitcoin either. But over here at Unisat.io, they have now alleviated the necessary steps in getting that 20 points. So now you don't need 20 points in order to trade here. And I think that was actually, affecting them in a negative way. A lot of people are going to actually Gate.io because they didn't want to waste their Bitcoin, okay? So once again, you do not need 20 points in order to trade on Unisat's marketplace. But the news with Unisat does not end there, ladies and gentlemen. We got some more bullish news right here. If I could get it. There we go. So, Huoby's Twitter has just announced this. Great news. Huoby is happy to announce a strategic partnership with Unisat Wallet to jointly promote the development of the BRC-20 industry, standards, and intends to support the BRC-20 ecosystem in the future. BRC-20 Bitcoin BTC. So we have a massive, massive, massive partnership with Huoby Centralized Exchange and Unisat Marketplace. This is going to be very interesting how this unfolds. I think like common sense already tells us, guys, what's going to happen. They're going to have some form of like, I don't know what the right word is. It's not a bridge, but some vehicle in place that these two guys are going to work together to obviously have BRC-20s over there. Maybe APIs using from Unisat. I don't know how it's going to work, but they are going to be a cohesive group together in the BRC-20 space. Those are two major forces, and whatever they come up with, it can only help this industry and not hurt it. So I'm always for that. And I got a couple of things I want to share. Go ahead.
Absolutely, and as you say, a few months back, I don't remember exactly, but we have brilliant minds, you say. The ecosystem is evolving very fast. And right now it's not like 6 years ago. We have big players, big developers teams that they are actually working behind the scene. And we see already a few other updates that we're going to bring to the next live stream or episode uploaded videos. Very interesting stuff. And we can see like every 24 hours there is a new news, a new development. So it's going to be very excited. And I'm expecting that those big exchanges, they're going to come up with very big solution solving different problems that are occurring in BRC-20 space.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. The space is definitely flourishing. It's definitely getting, the entrepreneurs are coming in here. The let's call it the risk takers, right? The ones who are trying to build infrastructure. We're having exchanges like with great reputations like Huoby, entering this space are willing to place a bet on the BRC-20 industry, right? These exchanges are in very good places where, a very good spot where they don't need to really risk any new niche in what they, have going on for them already. They make a shit ton of money with what they're doing right now, and they're very picky and choosy to invite a new market because not all markets in this space actually, develops, right? Or lasts long. There's just some that are just hype based. But Huoby, Binance, Gate.io, Alex, all these reputable marketplaces and exchanges, they don't see it that way. Also, never align themselves with it. So that's great to know. BRC20s are here to stay. This industry is here to stay. It's just a matter about who's going to be the go-tos, right? Who's going to fill those voids? And then we're seeing those gaps, those voids being filled right now with Alex and the Huobies of the world. Okay, so Dev, any questions before I carry on?
Yes, absolutely. There is a question about Unisat. If it doesn't have a BRC-20 token, we did touch the other day. So if you want to underline the fact of Unisat token.
Yeah, now you're talking something here. Unisat is something that's more likely to have a BRC-20 token. Why? Well, they are that, they don't come from another blockchain. They're not on ETH. They're not on, Solana. They're not on Stacks. They're just a marketplace. So I'm more likely to believe that Unisat will have a marketplace. A BRC-20 token for their marketplace. And we already covered this. There's a token ticker called USAT, USAT, and the way they minted that, the way they deployed it actually was for the team to mint out the entire supply, which means, common sense tells me the team wants to distribute that to specific wallets. I'm led to believe that. When will that come out? I don't know. Would it happen? I don't know. But again, I just go with common sense. So yeah, I think Unisat's going to have their BRC-20 token. It's just a matter of when. And when that is announced, I think a lot of people are going to try to get that. And I think that one is going to be valuable. We've seen this craze right now, guys, with, the early BRC-20 tokens. A lot of our subscribers benefited from that. Pepe, 800X, Memes, 280X, Ordi. We just missed Ordi, but Ordi did 9000X. Those were immense gains. And then we saw a new wave come in. People doing some really quirky stuff, uncommon sats. We saw, cultural sats coins, which is great. We saw utility, BRCs like SHNT token, right, which is great, right? And people made money from that, right? And I think the tokens that are going to make the most money are the tokens or like grow in value, I should say. I shouldn't say the most money, but that are going to grow in value for the long term is the ones with utility. Okay, definitely ones with utility, but also let us not overlook or underestimate the need for, service providers in the field of BRC-20 tokens who has their own token. That's a different asset class or a different type of BRC-20 token. Again, we got the first top 10 or top 5, Memes on Bitcoin, Ordi, Pepe, whatever else is out there. To me, those are the best with SHNT. Right? And then we had the second wave of just regular projects trying to be quirky, the ones I just mentioned. And now a whole new set that we need to look out for, definitely, it's going to be these various marketplaces. They have to have a token. If they don't have a token, they're fucking stupid. They're dumb. It makes all the sense in the world for you to have a BRC-20 token. Drop it on us already. Have an airdrop. Do you know how much more community members you're going to get? Do you know how much more stronger you're going to be, Unisat? If you don't do an airdrop token, bro, you're probably going to be irrelevant within a few months.
No,
but
exactly. And then
Huoby might give you some push, but if you don't drop an airdrop token, bro, you're going to get so much love. You're going to have a token valuation. You're going to be seen on these market caps for BRC-20 tokens. You're going to be seen more. It just makes all the sense in the world to me.
Yeah, exactly. And they have the possibility to have a great integration with the token because, they could combine a lot of things that, we are thinking as well, but they have the platform, they have the audience, they have the volume. They could have a brilliant integration that could benefit even more the boost of the marketplace and the user base. So yeah,
a lot of people were asking me, what is this in the background? You guys know what this is?
Is the 2020 GOAT?
I got this. I didn't even buy this. I got this from a fan about 3 years ago. He called me. Why? Because what you guys are experiencing right now, right? They call me the GOAT and also Mr. 100X and Trendsetter, right? So this fan somehow found out where I lived. Okay. He found out where I live somehow. Freaked me the heck out. I didn't even want to open the damn cardboard box at the time. 3 years ago, it might have had fucking anthrax in it or some shit. I don't know. and when I opened it up, my heart melted, bro. You know what I mean? And it was this guy, and there was a bunch of, I think at the back of here, he put some stuff like, look, the guy put a lot of work. The guy put a lot of work into this. You see like the moon and the rockets and the planets and all that shit behind it. But yeah.
Yeah.
That is a goat. They call me the goat and they call me Mr. 100X. So yeah, one of my fans found out where I live somehow and they called him the Stan. You know that song by Eminem, Stan? It was about him crying and like he's on the phone and then a fan's trying to say, bro, I waited outside for you for an autograph. Where were you? And you ignored me. Yep. They call him a Stan, but hey, it's all good. But anyways, that is the GOAT, and that's what they refer to me as, Mr. 100X, the GOAT. Go ahead, Dad.
I just want to bring up the super chat from South Korea. Sorry, I cannot spell your name.
Big up, yo, wait, hold on, before you say it. Big up, man, them in South Korea who be trading the shit out of BRC-20. Well, are you? Yeah, you are. Trading the shit out of BRC-20 tokens, or whether you're trading the shit out of that on BitHump. Hopefully it gets to BitHump. Is BitHump even still alive? I don't think so. That's old news. That's 2017. I think they got shut down. And also on Upbit. Big up to South Korea.
Upbit. Yeah, there is actually another one that is sleep on the Asian BRC20s. The community have massive liquidity to support Asian BRC projects.
Bro, you need to get them on SHNT, my friend. Get them on SHNT. Yep. You guys want to trade? You guys want liquidity? You guys want utility? Go to SHNT. I definitely got to make some subtitles for the South Koreans, bro. And I did see that when you go to Twitter and you put hashtag BRC20, you see the Chinese like writing on the right. Yep. So unless it's South Korean, I don't know. But it is some form of Asian text. So he is right. Thank you so much for the super chat.
We can actually look to put some subtitle on the re-uploaded video. So at least for the Korean people, they could actually watch it and understand it.
Yeah, for sure. Who was... Sorry, somebody else just left a super chat. That's a different guy?
That's a different guy, yes. The Urban...
I never saw his I never saw the Korean guy's super chat. But we have another super chat before I get to my next slide, which is from the Urban Israelite again, $5. What wallet can I keep Alex in? Yeah. So I'm gonna show you that right here. Shit. I don't know if I should show that right now though. I might have some stuff here. Hold on. I'll show you. 1 second. Oh god. Oh shit. What the hell's my damn freaking Alex tokens, bro?
They disappear.
Dude, oh shit. Sorry. Well, I don't care if you guys see that. You guys can see the live stream and I don't give a shit. Bro, all I see is my stacks. Okay. I was going to tell you Hyro, but Hyro's been having so much issues. It's like, oh my god. What the hell did I put my...
Yeah, it was looking that they had some updated. It was looking at something that it was improving, but Hyro wallet...
Here it is. Sorry. Here it is. Here's my Alex token. So I have Alex tokens in Hyro. Okay, this is in my Hyro wallet right here. To be honest, tokens work... Oh shit, sorry. I got dev blocking. So tokens works fine here with like Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, stacks, Alex. But I would not use Hyro for any ordinals right now, which we're actually getting to. So let me get to that. So look, that was actually my next slide. So I want to bring to your attention Hyro wallet. This was the wallet that we were originally using, and I'm still using them. I'm just not using them for my ordinal collections that I'm buying. Why? Or BRC-20 tokens as well. Because they've been having some crazy-ass issues. Okay, which is right here. This is my other wallet account in there, where I was getting none of these inscriptions populating, okay? And why is that a problem? Well, that now means I cannot click the send button to withdraw them out of my wallet. However, today, as I open up my wallet, like you guys see here, I now see them. But the problem with that is, all I see is, okay, so by the way, this was me trying to get the 1 millionth inscription. So as you can see, 999,799, I missed it by 201. Right, I was just trying to get that. I did a mass mint at the time, right? So these ones are showing. However, my 400 memes aren't showing still. Well, now it's a little bit less because I got some out doing a MacGyver route. I have to figure out shit in my own time. I'm doing it some weird way. As you can see, look at this. 1 million inscriptions, and that's it. I don't have my BRC-20 tokens, but it appears that they are on route in fixing such issues, okay? Because this never came up. So I just want my BRC-20s to show, and we'll be good. But if you want to keep your Alex tokens, I think Hyro, it would work. I've never had a problem with them showing my cryptocurrencies. Hyro or Xverse wallet will work for you. Okay. Let me just go on over here with our last couple slides here, and we'll take more questions. So guys, if you're not in the Sats Hunters Discord chat, you are missing out on some alpha calls right here. So, you know, yesterday we shared in our alpha channel a call on CNCL BRC20. The mint was $6 per token. We're in the profit still there for the most part. You know, I always tell people, once it gets to like 8, 9, definitely 10, I'm out. I don't give a shit. I don't want it. Join our private community and enjoy these gains with us, okay? So 81, it was about 13.5x. Short has went down in value right now. When you're dealing with, it's still in the profit, so, but when you're dealing with these BRC20 tokens that are going to be minted and listing, first is first, bro. Do your thing, man. You got it at a profitable price, and that's what it comes down to, right? So many people were able to cash out around the 10x or 12x or even 13x mark. Here is the Discord chat, as you can see right here. Cool. Thomas or Roy, could you please go ahead and drop that in the live chat for them, the link for our Discord. A lot of people were asking how could they get in. Lots of cool information happening down there. Davis, bring it.
Yes,
what else do we got?
There is another super chat, still with our dear friends from South Korea. Say, bro, simple question. What is uncommon sats? Easy explained for beginners.
Bro, you're asking me all the questions that I want over here. Our friend in South Korea. Let me just ask him this for me. Are you? Well, I'll ask him, I guess. Are you a crazy BitHump trader? Did you invest into Icon? That was my first 100x, by the way. It's a South Korean project in 2017. Icon, it turned like $500 into like 50K, bro. Anyhow, so for a simple question, what is uncommon sat? Easy explain for a beginner. So an uncommon sat is a Satoshi that was mined in the first block. Not Satoshis that was mined in the first block, but the only single standing Satoshi that was mined in the first block of, you know, a Bitcoin block, right? So I think every day it's something around 144 blocks a day. So that now means there's 144 first Satoshis in that block, or rare sats. So a rare Satoshi is essentially a mathematical difficulty or a mathematical rarity of Satoshi. So there's not that many of them, right? And when we look at the overall supply, well, not the overall supply, but kind of like bring it down for you, kind of like size it down. One Bitcoin, I believe, has 100 million Satoshis in it, okay? And if there's only 141 uncommon sats being produced per day, that makes them somewhat rare. As a matter of fact, there's only 700 and roughly 45,000 of them available right now in circulation. And that equates to something like 0.000036% of that supply that's circulating right now of Satoshis, which is about quadrillion, something quadrillion, just a shit ton. Okay, so to repeat that for you, and I know English isn't your first language, and this is already, hard to understand if you understand English, and sometimes I can talk fast when I'm excited about topics like this, so let me repeat that for you. An uncommon sat is essentially a mathematical rare Satoshi that's only mined 144 times per day, okay, as of now. Opposed to the other Satoshis, it makes it much rarer because they don't have that, that luxury of being the first sat in the first block. Yeah, we're getting really geeky over here now, I know, but that's what the market is right now. The market is screaming for that, for uncommon sats, for cultural Satoshis. So to better make you understand this, you need to think of it like this. When you have a BRC20 token, when you have a JPEG on Bitcoin or ordinals, they have to be, in order to make that possible, you have to inscribe a Satoshi. But those ordinals, most BRC20 tokens, whatever, they have random Satoshis backed by it. Okay. Now, collectors love something that has sentimental value. Collectors love something that has historical value, right? Memorabilia. Now that you could choose any Satoshi you want, let's just say for cultural Satoshis, which is another form of rare sat in a way, it falls under the same asset class. You can find something like the day of HODL, the day of a Satoshi quote. And that same date has the representation, which is the JPEG, could be what Satoshi was trying to tell us in his words. Instead of just having a random art with the random Satoshis attached to it, you have significant niche Satoshis attached to significant of that representation of the event that unfolded that day. I probably lost it over there, but that's the best I can explain it.
Yeah, it's not the most easy understanding for a beginner. It's quite, you need to read
Let me explain it to you like this then. So in the world of ordinals is very vague Because what is an ordinal? An ordinal is a .sat domain, which is similar to a .eth domain, which is similar to a .btc domain, but it's a .sat domain. It's actually directly on Bitcoin. Okay, that's digital property, right? You guys are familiar with that. Okay, that's an ordinal. Well, what else is an ordinal? Well, JPEGs are ordinals, right? We see a lot of art happening. Taproot wizards. We see, memes on Bitcoin and all that kind of stuff, right? Well, that's a different ordinal. Okay, and then we have BRC-20 tokens. That's a different type of ordinal. Okay, then and also different asset classes within the ordinal category. Okay, so you could revere that. And then we have uncommon sats. Okay, which is the sats hunting niche, which entails uncommon sats, rare sats, mythical sats, cultural sats, historical sats that people and collectors want to buy. Okay, so you have the .sats digital property niche, you have the BRC-20 tokens niche, you have the ordinal art JPEG niche, and then you have the sats hunting niche. That all entails the ordinal sector. I hope that helps.
Exactly. So moving on, we have another super chat. How do I join the SHNT community, the Sats Hunter community? How much is the NFT and the benefit? I'm looking for more knowledge. I'm tired of being poor.
Sure. Dev, you want to drop it, or I could drop it? Doesn't matter. I just feel like
Roy already dropped it.
That's fine. Yeah. You listen. So to join our Discord is free. You can come to the general chat. It's free. We have other various VIP chats. We have alpha call chats and other benefits for our Sats Hunters Ordinal members. The price is 0.01 for a Sats Hunters Ordinal art. And that's going to give you access to various things, right? And we did discuss the use case for the Ordinal.
Exactly.
Yeah, we did discuss the use case for the Ordinal. To break it down, our Ordinal is a reward token, is what you could look at it as. You're getting Bitcoin rewards and you're getting access to our tool as well. We currently have the inscription customized tool to locate rare sats, to inscribe them and sell them to projects. So now it's like, yes, we could sell to retailers, but projects now, you could think of it more of corporate sort of like, or enterprises that we're selling to. They're looking for these uncommon sats, right? And there's a bunch of different benefits we could talk about. You guys get a cut of our sales as well. Every time we sell and list on, say, secondary marketplaces like Magic Eden, 20 lucky holders will be getting 25% of our revenue as well. And the list goes on. You get access to that alpha calls as well. So on and so forth, man. The main thing is this, though. You are going to be in a room with highly smart, bright people who could, who has experience in this space, who has built businesses before, who has freaking controlled millions and millions of dollars in portfolio managing in my own portfolio. You're in the right spot. That's the main thing. And then you get something extra on top of that, which is your ordinal. That's how you could look at it. Okay, anything else? I was going to end it. Anything else? Though?
There was Jim Money was saying, I have a lot of Ethereum. Can I swap it for BRC-20?
Where did I see something like that? They're talking about some form of bridging.
Yeah, I mean, Alex Lab, they have a bridge. You could.
What you need to do is you need to swap your ETH for Bitcoin, unless Bitcoin is freaking messed up right now, the chain.
Yeah, or you could bridge it, or you could sell it to USDT and then bridge it inside.
There you go. Well, but you'll have to wait, right? Yeah. You'll have to wait when that's available.
Exactly.
I would just tell you what you could use is go download. There's an app called SafePal, and SafePal has a decentralized swap mechanism. So if you have Ethereum and say you didn't want to use a SEX for whatever reason, you could swap Ethereum for Polkadot, Ethereum for USDT. Well, that's the same chain. Ethereum for Bitcoin, things like that. Ethereum for Polkadot. So you might want to use that app and go to the swap section. That's safepal.io. SAFEPAL.io. Download their app. There's a swap feature there, and you can definitely swap your ETH for BTC, get your BTC, and go buy yourself some BRC, and then see me with HNT on ALEX. Can you feel me? Oh shit, that rhymed. Can you feel me? Okay, cool. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining. Any more questions before I go? Now is your time.
There is a guy. Can Unisat give me back my 440 on BTC I had to pay for the 20 points?
Me give you back?
No. Unisat. Unisat.
Oh shit!
Require you.
Bro, I had to do that too. Listen, buddy, the videos that I made on Unisat actually cost me money. Like I had to I forget what was it again. It was like I had to test something out. Oh yeah, I had to buy Blur. I don't know what the hell that was. I've lost money just making videos, but for me, it's all good. I'm just trying to educate people. Listen, man, we need to be men in this space, and I know that's a lot of money, But, you know, we pressed the button, we sent it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. What can I say, man? That's the name of the game. I wish, like, when I bought Bitcoin, too, from, like, some exchange long time ago, because I don't buy Bitcoin anymore. I just turned Bitcoin into more Bitcoin. I turned Ethereum into more Ethereum. I turned stablecoin into more stablecoin. Increasing my bank account. But, yeah, when I did used to buy Bitcoin from an exchange, you know, I wish when Bitcoin tanked, I could have gone back to Coinbase and said, hey, bro, I bought Bitcoin at 60K. Now it's 30K. Give me back my money. You know, give me back my 50%. But it don't work like that. So it is what it is, man.
No.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. There is another question from Oskan. Hello, do you know about the BRC-20 Doge chain wallet can mint it? Do you know about something about that? We already explained about also the ORC-20, the SRC-20.
Somebody asked me about Litecoin inscribing and doing all this shit, and I wasn't too interested in Litecoin. I actually, so Dogecoin, like that chain was brought to my attention that we could inscribe there some time ago. I've never did it. I never done it. I know it's a little bit more old school. You'll need like a node and all these things to inscribe, kind of like before when you needed a Bitcoin core node to do that. I would probably say that it might be worth your attention at least, and then you can make a you know, a sound decision if you want to test out Dogecoin's ordinals or BRC20 or whatever they call their DRC20 tokens. I think there may be something there, but I'm not willing to go and invest my time and money there. Not to say that there can't be no money to be made there. My plate is full, bro. It's like I'm in the Mandarin buffet and I got food up to here. This is my plate and the food's up to here, and I'm walking around, people's dropping shit everywhere. I'm dropping crab legs and lobster tails everywhere, bro. I can't afford to, you know, I need to be focused on what's on my plate right now because, yeah, it's important. So I just don't have the time to investigate all that.
Yeah, there is another question from Hardware. It say, what about the BTC congestion to these ordinals and BRC-20 stuff? Some maxes are going nuts. I heard also some devs that they are discussing to report like a bug as a BRC-20. So
it's like the freaking town hall. A bunch of freaking geeks in the town hall complaining about the freaking Bitcoin. Fucking nerds, bro. Fixing their glasses and taking on notes, and we gotta fix this. God damn it. Sorry, the question was what? What do I think about it?
What do you think about, you know, the solution that they're gonna foresee, or so, why, you know?
I would say this, right? I think, like, guys, look how fast this space moved, bro. Dude, just 2.5 months ago, people were inscribing off of Bitcoin and freaking core nodes to fully inscribe to all these different like publicly inscribed services out there. That solved that problem. And then, you know, we invented new protocols with .sats and BRC-20 because of ordinals. You know, and then now we got marketplaces for that. We have websites, directories for the BRC-20 tokens. And this is another problem that we're just going to have to solve. And we would solve it. And I believe, as for now, you know, listen, a month from now, we're going to look back at this live stream and that question and laugh at my response. Because a month from now, I think it's going to be maybe a little bit more, 3 months, it's going to be completely resolved. But I believe Alex is definitely solving something, because if we could take a lot of the actual buy and sells and trading side of BRC-20s to Alex, right, that's going to alleviate a lot of traffic. Imagine how many times people had to send a transfer inscription across the Bitcoin's network just to, you know, list something. So to list, you have to also make a transaction, not only just to buy and sell. So all of that, well, it's not going to be all, but if we could take even a percentage of that off of Bitcoin onto Alex's L2, that's going to free up a lot of the, you know, the congestion. Now, is that going to solve the problem? Probably not entirely, but it's a start, right? Until better solutions comes about. But right now, we got to take it step by step. Yeah.
It's going to for sure alleviate a little bit the unload on Bitcoin network. To park, because basically you're going to park your BRC and then it's going to be probably minted the layer 2 on the Alex Lab DEX. Therefore, we hope that it's going to be unload a lot of inscription there.
Yes. Agreed. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining. We'll be doing a lot more of these BRC-20 live streams. Devis and myself. Keep it locked, keep it loaded to the right channel, to the Smart Money channel, where we do have tomorrow's newspapers today. Always keeping our subscribers, our community members ahead of the pack. Why? Because if you could seek value, or if you could predict where the market's going next, and you have those bags already, guess what's going to happen? The rest of the market is going to try to catch up to you, and pump your bags like they're pumping our BRC-20 bags right now. So you know what? There really much left to say other than until the next video. You're on your own. Later.
Cheers, guys.